But first, though, most cases of sudden cardiac arrest happen with no warning and no explanation after the fact. Well, that was the case for a woman from Kings Park. Now, after seeing what happened to Buffalo Bill's Damar Hamlin, she wanted to share her story with us. She sat down today with News 12's Joe Arena to talk about her historic case.
I was praying that he could be one of us, that he could be a sudden cardiac arrest survivor.
Before last week's tragedy in front of the country on Monday Night Football, most of us never heard the term sudden cardiac arrest. But for retired nurse and Long Islander Julie Lycksell, what happened to Damar Hamlin is something she's very familiar with. Julie is a CSA survivor.
He is now one of us. He's a sudden cardiac arrest survivor, even though his was a trauma and mine wasn't.
Julie's sudden cardiac arrest happened 25 years ago while celebrating her birthday at a restaurant in Port Jefferson.
I slumped on my husband's shoulders. He thought I was just being rude.
But she wasn't asleep. The maitre d' called 911, and a nurse who happened to be at the restaurant began CPR. A short time later, a police officer was by her side with an AED. Moments later, Julie would become the first person ever from Suffolk County brought back to life by this device.
It saved me, because if only one life is saved, it's well worth it. It could be your loved one.
And the man with the machine that night, Officer James Brereton, is now one of Julie's loved ones.
When I got home, there was a bouquet of flowers waiting for me from the police officer. So, and then from that time on, we became friends. I became one of his sisters. He has 7 sisters, and I'm the number 8.
James says the day it happened 25 years ago, not all police cars had defibrillators, but his did.
And New York State has realized how simple they are to use and how obviously effective they are for Julie to, 2 weeks ago with Damar Hamlin.
And James hopes because of Hamlin's case, there's a greater appreciation of first responders all over the country.
And you and I are watching a game and we see something happen, and it's only because it's a nationally televised game that the United States and the world gets to watch this happen.
And if you're wondering just how rare sudden cardiac arrest is, it's not. 250,000 people a year die from this, which is why Julie says after her rebirth nearly 30 years ago, as she calls it, she's been trying to get these in as many places as possible.
That saved my life, yeah. So now that's my mission, is to save other people.
In Kings Park, Joe Arena, News 12 Long Island.
Boy, very important story right there. Julie doing her part. She's a CPR instructor. She's raised money to donate several AEDs in the community. She's even gone to Albany to lobby for more awareness about these devices.